Hello and welcome. I'm Terry Lyston, President of Dynamic Workforce Solutions, and I'm your host for this episode of Dynamic Words, a podcast and an opportunity for us to learn from some prominent leaders in our world today. We've all been inspired by countless dynamic individuals that we've encountered. Dynamic Words is our way of bringing these incredible voices to the forefront. This podcast is more than a series, but it's a platform for thought leaders, change makers, and innovators to share a little bit about themselves, their career path, and their leadership style. So I'm thrilled you've decided to join us. And today I'm excited to introduce our guest, Jay Frank. Jay is the Senior Director of Product Partnerships with Ancora, and he's made really significant strides in learning about the workforce development field. I'm sure he'll tell you a little bit about that today. His journey is a testament to the power of his word, which is impact. That's our dynamic word for today. I can't wait to share insights with you from Jay, and we're ready to get inspired, challenged, and motivated. So let's dive in. Hi, Jay. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, Terry. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's so great to have gotten to know you over the last handful of months and just get to know you personally. So I appreciate your time. Tell our viewers a little bit about you and your career path and what makes you tick.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. Well, my most recent experience has been in higher education, and most of that has been focused on throughout my different titles on leadership, training, human capital development in some shape, form, or fashion, if you will. I've always had a continuous growth mindset. I've maintained that commitment to that continuous growth mindset throughout my professional career, which uh, even before education, I started my career right out of high school in the criminal justice industry. I was in that field for about 10 years. Transitioned over after I got involved in some academy teaching and some other things, and was able to see the impact that I could make there. And transitioned into the field of education, higher education. Spent about 17 years in that role or that industry, if you will,
So
since then.
for people who don't know Ancora, share a little bit about Ancora's mission and what you all do.
Yeah, so we're an industry leader in education and workforce solutions provider. So we believe in empowerment through education, and what we're doing is we have flexible and dynamic product offerings that can meet people where they are, doing things for the right reasons, and back to my and with impact. We don't want to just have programs or offerings that really aren't making an impact to our students and the community and our partners. So that's really what we focus on. We're constantly updating and reinventing, and making sure we're relevant and providing high quality skills training to the workforce.
Well, that's fantastic. So tell me, if you had to define the word impact, how would you define it?
Well, for me, it's having a significant and meaningful effect that you can make on a person or a situation. Having a direct, meaningful effect on something. That's how I would define it.
Actually, I think that's a fantastic definition. So, looking back, tell me about a time in your career path, because you've had an interesting one, on how something, someone had an impact on you that really changed the trajectory of your career. Can you share a little bit about that with us?
Yeah, sure. I mean, just from a personal perspective, when I was getting into the criminal justice field, I at that time after high school, was fresh out of high school, I really didn't have much college aspirations, if you will. But when I got into that industry, there was a lot of mentors there that made it clear. Look, if you're looking to move up and continue any ascension in this industry, you're going to have to get the education that goes along with it, in addition to stacking up different types of credentials that lead to, in that case, those industry recognized credentials. So the formal education and the stacking of industry recognized credentials was super important. And as soon as I started to get into that and started to attain some of those credentials and that training, like it opened a lot of opportunity for me. So that was super impactful for me
That's
for sure.
that is great. So I think a lot of people that are looking to uh, propel in their career watch this. I get a lot of emails from folks, a lot of chat and feedback, and people are like, wow, I never thought about it like that. So when you're working with a future leader, someone that's really up and coming in your company, why do you think teaching them about impact and having impact as part of their leadership toolkit is important?
Yeah, I've always tried to pour in and invest into the people that I was an awesome responsibility and one that I appreciate having. So I take it seriously. So I want to ensure, like I received early on in my career, that to let people know, hey, I'm invested in you. Seek these opportunities, whether again that's the formal education that you might need to get to that next position, or those industry recognized credentials that you can continually stack on just to build your acumen and continue your professional development. Super important. So I'm fortunate that some of the people that I've had the opportunity to lead have went on to leadership positions themselves, and really it's a ripple effect in my opinion. Like, you pour into somebody and they know that you're invested in them, you help provide them with avenues to attain those things and open those doors and those opportunities. I believe they'll do the same. So not only developing people I've worked with, but I know that that ultimately gets to what we're pouring into our students and our workforce participants and those things. I know that they're benefiting from that because we're investing in those people, and it's having that ripple effect.
I think that's fantastic. Having known you for a short while, it's really been interesting to observe the impact that you can really have on other people. And in the work that we do, just greeting someone can be impactful. And so I think the word is fantastic. It doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be complicated. And I think for the team members that we lead who see folks in spaces all day that need support and assistance and nurturing and guidance, I think let's not underestimate the impact that we have just being a human being in their space and giving them grace and supporting them on their journey. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, one of my very first experiences that kind of propelled me in getting into the training and education. I was assigned to work with those that were struggling in the content that was being provided. It was some high risk content for criminal justice, and once they knew that you were invested in them and you wanted them to succeed, and you were investing the time to help them get through some of the hurdles that were blocking their success, and that light bulb go on, and the appreciation they had after that. I mean, I was hooked from that point on. It was foot on the gas. This is what I want to do. This is the impact I want to make in people, and it was super important. We don't always hear about the impact, but
Yeah.
if you're investing in people and doing those things, you are making an impact for sure, and a ripple effect of that to not only them and their careers, their families, the community, everything. It's tremendous, and it can be profound, and it's an
And I
awesome.
love it. I mean, your passion behind it is fantastic because you know what? Sometimes when our staff don't hear that they're being impactful, it's our responsibility to remind them. That was key. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in for this episode of Dynamic Words. It's been an absolute pleasure to explore the impactful stories. How'd you like that, Jay? From Jay, our guest. Your time and insight today has been wonderful. And as we wrap up this conversation, we hope all of you feel inspired and empowered by the power of today's dynamic word, impact. If you enjoyed our episode, please share it with your friends and colleagues who might find it just as inspiring. And don't forget to subscribe to the series for more compelling discussions with outstanding leaders. And until next time, keep embracing the power of words. This is Terry Lyston with Dynamic Works Institute. Again, Jay, thank you so much. Signing off, wishing you all a great 2025. Get out there and make an impact and have a great rest of your day.